Hey friends, I'm Cody, and welcome back to my channel. I figured since I am a newbie to Booktube, I might as well do the Booktube Newbie Tag, so that you can get to know a little bit more about me, and also you can get to know what you can expect from my channel and from my videos. So, why don't we dive right in? Question number 1 is, why did you start this channel? I have been a reader my entire life. Books have been my constant companion and my best friend ever since I was a little kid. So I thought this would be a really cool opportunity to take my love of books and my love of sharing books that get me really excited to a different level. It gives me an opportunity to reach a wider audience of people out there where you are, to share the books that I love, the books that I think are fantastic, the books that excite me, and to learn a little bit more about the books that do the same for you. It seemed like an awesome opportunity and something fun and creative to dig my claws in. Question number 2. What are some of the fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? I think a thing I can bring to YouTube that's unique is the range of books that I read. I mean, I devour sort of everything. Horror is my main genre. It's the one that it's kind of my go-to. But I read a little bit of everything. Genre fiction across the board really excites me. So I read romance, I read cozy mysteries, I read thrillers, I read a lot of nonfiction, I read a good bit of middle grade fiction and YA fiction. I like to dip my toe into all the different ponds of book genres that there are out there. Science fiction, fantasy, the whole gamut. And I think that wide range of things is something interesting that I can bring to the table when I'm recommending books. Question number 3, what are you most excited about for this new channel? One is sort of learning this whole medium. YouTube and content creation is sort of new for me. I was a podcaster for a little while. I have a podcast with my husband that we do sometimes called Bearded Fruit. But video making is new to me. So it's like learning a whole new set of skills and using a whole new set of tools to do the things that you love and share your passions. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm also really excited about connecting to other readers. I do have a lot of friends who read, but the opportunity to find readers that share my interests and share the books I love all across the world, that is really exciting to me, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Question number 4, why do you love reading? Reading has been the most reliable way for me to go on adventures. Reading has been a solace, reading has been an escape, reading has been a comfort, it's been a classroom, it's been a parent, it's been a friend, and something that I have cherished for my whole life. So that's why I love reading. It's been everything to me, and the worlds that are in books, and not only the worlds that are in books, but the people who make books are also something I care about very deeply. I love authors. I've had the opportunity and the privilege in my professional life to work with a lot of writers, particularly genre writers, and getting to hang out and talk to and get to know the people that make the books that you love, that's pretty cool. And so reading and books have been a world that I have been in love with my whole life. Question number 5, what book series got you into reading? Encyclopedia Brown. Those were Encyclopedia Brown, for those of you who don't know, was, if you're not as old as I am, Encyclopedia Brown is this kid who solves mysteries in his hometown. And they're always usually science-based. It's something that's, not like kind of mysterious or thriller-driven. He's just really smart, and he knows how to find these really interesting kind of forensic details in scenes and in a situation. And that was the series that really grabbed me as a reader. I used to never be able to figure out what Encyclopedia Brown was going to figure out, but it was always cool to discover what he knew. And so Encyclopedia Brown, that was the book series that got me in love with reading. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? That's easy. What are you reading? What are you reading? What do you love? What book excites you right now? What book surprised you? That's what I'd want to know. Anytime I'm around someone who is an avid reader or a professed lover of reading, I just want to know what they're reading and what they're excited about. I want to know what book they couldn't put down. That's what I want to know. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I mean, for me, it's going to probably be finding the time to do this regularly as I would like anyway, and just kind of learning the medium. You know, this is new to me. This whole situation is new to me. So learning this is going to be a challenge, and also building this into my time and building this into my creative life, because I'm also a writer. I write as well, so finding a time to balance my work life, my home life, my dog dad life, my writing life, and this life will be a bit of a challenge, but I'm up for it. I'm totally up for it. Question number 8. When did you start reading? I mean, I honestly feel like I was reading in the womb. I don't know. I always had a book in my hand. I don't remember a time where I wasn't, like, nose deep in a book. I know it's definitely before I was technically able to read. I would make my mom read books to me. She has these great stories about me kind of forcing books in her hand, making her read them, and I would make her read them so much that if she got words wrong, I would know it because I'd heard the book so many times. So I think I've always been a reader. I started as soon as my little grubby hands could grab onto a book. Question number 9, where do you read? Anywhere I can, but the most the most reliable places for me to read are in bed right before I go to sleep at night. It's quiet, it's restful, it's kind of the end of the day, and it really gives me a chance to focus. And I also I have this little nook. We took our dining room and kind of turned it into a dining room / reading nook, so I have this little corner with a nice warm lamp and a couple of comfy chairs that I can tuck into and hide away from the rest of the people in my house and read, so I like that spot quite a bit. I'll go there during the day and hide away with a book and enjoy myself tremendously. Question number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? My favorite genre, as I said earlier, is horror. I've been a horror fan since I was a little kid, and I'm very excited by all the great horror that's happening now, both independent horror and kind of mainstream publishing horror. I just love digging into a horror novel. I'm also a big fan of science fiction and fantasy. I enjoy that tremendously. I like romance. I like cozy mysteries. I like young adult fiction. I like middle grade fiction. I read anything with a great story that grabs me. I'm invested in. I sort of lean into being a supporter of genre fiction in particularly because I think genre gets a bit of a bad rap. In a lot of cases, you know, people sort of look down on genre fiction as not as intellectual or not as important or not as valuable or valid as literary fiction. But I think genre fiction as a whole has so much to say about the world we live in today, and so much to say about what it means to be a person in this world right now, that literary fiction I don't think always touches. And it tells it to us in an interesting, exciting way. So I'm a genre fiction fan, through and through, deep down in my bones. Genre, every day, all day. All right, well, there we go. Those are the 10 questions on the Booktube Newbie Tag. I hope you learned some things. I hope some of it is helpful to get you to understand a little bit more about me and my reading habits. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe and spread the word. Tell other readers who like genre that this middle-aged guy is talking about books he loves on the YouTubes. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.